What's going on, everybody? Slender here with a pretty interesting video. So for those of you that don't know, AGS has removed or temporarily disabled two of the musket abilities, and people could not be happier. I have been going through the forums all day and people are just so happy, saying OPR is so much better. They've never had this much fun in OPR before. It is insane. And you know, this brings up a lot of interesting points. And I'm at the point where I'm kind of wondering, are they going to get rid of the musket? Because so many people want it gone. This has really shed a lot of, well, it hasn't shed a lot of light. People have been saying this for a long time. You know, muskets are just terrible for OPR. People are quitting the game because of it. And just recently, I put out a video about the aimbot, what it looks like, how people are using it, and it really wouldn't exist without the musket. Getting rid of the musket would solve so many problems. And I'm going to be honest, if the musket didn't exist, I would be playing OPR a heck of a lot more. And this is just a really, really weird time for New World right now. And I really don't know what's going to happen after seeing all these comments, all these forum posts. You know what? Let's go ahead and read some of these forum posts. But before that, let's go ahead and read the forum post by Kay. This was put up yesterday, and it says, "Hey all, we are temporarily disabling two musket abilities, Powder Burn and Power Shot, due to an issue that drastically impacts PvP. We are aware of another issue with muskets as well, and are working on fixes for both issues. We will provide an update when these abilities are re-enabled. Thanks for your patience and understanding." Man. So when this does get turned back on, I'll be sure to let you guys know. But for now, let's go ahead and read some of these crazy posts on the forums. We'll start with this one. And this is by Sky Knight. "OPR has never felt so much more fluid and fun now." Man, that's just so deep and profound. They get rid of the musket abilities and OPR is suddenly so much more fun. And you know what? I tend to agree. You don't get killed instantly. You actually can play. It's crazy what it's like without just these abilities. They haven't got rid of the musket altogether. They didn't disable the musket, only those two abilities. And so many people couldn't be happier. It is insane. And you know what? There's a lot of things going on here. So in my opinion, you know, and I'm sure most other players as well, the musket has no place in PvE. It is strictly a PvP weapon, and people have been complaining about it for ages, you know. And I know that people complain about the greatsword, they complain about this and that. And, you know, AGS is still working on balancing everything. They come out with patches all the time, trying to balance and, you know, change overpowered weapons to not be so overpowered, giving the fire staff users a bit more damage, etc. And that's something that is never going to stop because it is an ever evolving thing. You know, as new weapons come out, as other abilities get changed, it has a ripple effect and everything down the line is affected. Here's another post. I ask again, why is musket not disabled? This was posted by Noob 13 hours ago. Disabling the two abilities was a start. However, people are still abusing the rapid fire along with the double shot, which doesn't need abilities to do. People are doing it in wars and OPR on every server. Trust me, I agree they should disable the weapon until further notice. Even if it's disabled for over a week or until after Christmas, it would give the game and PvP a breath of fresh air. But just that alone, you know, it would give the game and PvP a breath of fresh air. What if they permanently disabled it? What do you guys think? What are your guys' thoughts? And I want to hear your comments. I want to hear your thoughts. You know, do you think they should just keep trying to fix it and keep trying to find these people that are using aimbot and, you know, aimbot is a real thing? Or should they just say, you know what, they're right, this sniper rifle doesn't really have a place in a game like this. Let's just keep it to, you know, medieval weapons and magic. And based on the fact that not having these abilities gives New World it's like a breath of fresh air, should they keep a weapon that when gone makes the game so much more fun? Tough decision. Good question. And then we have another post, musket machine gun from Willie. Please make it to where no one can equip the musket in OPRs or wars. Hello, those are both PvP. Musket doesn't have a spot in PvE other than maybe leveling. It is bugged and it is firing at an alarming rate, completely ruining PvP game modes and making it not fun for the player base. I beg of you. I second this. Please disable the weapon or anything involved with the weapon to fix the thing. It's not acceptable to have something completely ruining an entire game mode. But again, if they remove it for PvP, they might as well remove it completely because it's not used in endgame PvE. And, you know, you do use it during leveling. It's a lot of fun, like this person says. From a new player, please don't remove the musket. As a new player, I'm really scared with these people on the forums and in-game saying remove the musket. New World won't feel fun anymore if you take the musket out from a new player's perspective. I use my musket to hit enemies from far away, and then when they're close, I use my greatsword to kill them. So please, devs, don't take the musket out of the game forever like these people are saying. It's fun. It's just cool to have a long-range gun in a pirate fantasy MMORPG game. Just balance and bug fix it and keep it moving. Lots of us, new players, just want to use a long-range gun. Now, that is just a fraction of the posts that I've read today. I've been reading them all day long, and it is just littered with people wanting the gun removed. And, you know, my thoughts, let's just think about this for a second. So let's do a pros and cons list. Pros of getting rid of the musket completely. A, no more aimbot. I guess people can still use aimbot with a bow. I've never used an aimbot, so I can't speak from experience, but people say that they can still kind of use it with the bow. You know, regardless, the aimbot users would be severely handicapped, and I think a lot of people would just stop using aimbot. But that's just my thoughts. I could be wrong, but it would solve a big portion of that issue, in my opinion. Number two, it would make OPR a lot more fun. I cannot deny that fact. OPR is so much more fun without the musket. The musket is what really made me stop playing OPR. I stopped playing wars because of politics and things like that, but I did quit playing OPR because of the muskets, and so did a lot of my friends. I remember one of my old friends I used to play with, OP Livy, he just hated, he literally, every single match we played in OPR, and he loved PvP. He would say he's going to quit the game. And I thought it got kind of annoying after a while, but it is what it is. And I'm sure he wasn't the only one that felt this way. You know, every match, it was just so frustrating. Just running from point A to point B, just getting sniped the whole time. It is not fun. It is no fun at all. And that's why I quit playing. So it would make OPR fun. Aimbot users would be severely limited. And you know, it's not really used in PvE anyway. Nobody brings a musket to a dungeon, and if you do, you get ridiculed and you get told, you know, get good, learn how to play the game, get that musket out of here. And that was legit too, you know. It does not have a place in endgame PvE. The only place it has is leveling up and, you know, open world, you know, just having fun. What are the disadvantages of getting rid of the musket completely? Well, the new players and the people that like to use it in the open world would not be able to use it anymore. And also, you know, this is kind of a niche game. It is set in a pirate, you know, fantasy world. We have medieval weapons, we have spell casting, but I thought it was kind of cool that we did have muskets. And personally, I love playing with the musket, and I tried to make it work in PvE, you know, in raids, mutations. I really tried, but everybody knows it won't happen. So do I think it should be removed, or do I think it should get a complete rework and not just updates here and there? I think it should get a complete rework. I think they need to try to find a way to remove the hit scan, maybe add, I don't know. I don't really know how they would do it. I don't know what they should do, but if it doesn't get removed, it definitely needs a complete rework. Now, as far as what do I think they're going to do, I think we can all expect in the near future a complete rework. I don't think they're going to get rid of it. I don't think they'll remove it. The musket is definitely, even though it's not relevant in PvE, it is a iconic New World weapon, you know. But at the same time, I think they're just chasing their tail, not doing a rework, and continuing to, I'm not saying they allow these exploits, but they just keep popping up, you know. And how they're going to make it relevant in PvE, is it going to be just a PvP only weapon? I think they really have their work cut out for them, and I do not envy the person or the team that is in charge of that. It would be a heck of a lot easier to just remove it, but I think that also would create a lot of backlash. So again, let me know what you guys think, okay? And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You guys have a good night.